Hi, welcome back. My name is Montana, and today's class is going to be a prenatal slow flow. What that means is we will be holding each pose for 3 to 5 breaths. This is going to allow you to build strength and also build length throughout the body. I love these workouts because it allows me to cue you into the pose for proper alignment, and it gives us space to breathe and move as slow as we need to. We are all in different areas of our pregnancy journey, so modify as you need. You're going to need 2 blocks, and I highly recommend the blocks because we will be using them throughout the practice. One for the front of your mat and one for the back of your mat, but we'll begin with them right in the center. If you're having trouble laying all the way down on your back, depending on where you are in your pregnancy or if it's just not comfortable for you, a bolster or a couch cushion will be nice. I also want to start off by saying I apologize for the background. The yoga room is being transferred into a nursery, so we're somewhere in between. But without further ado, let's get started. We're going to begin today standing on our mat, feet about hip width distance apart, relaxed, easy position, hands come to heart center. If you feel stable here, you can allow your eyes to close, or you can stare off the tip of your nose. Let's take this moment to bring our awareness into our body. Ground down through all 4 corners of your feet. Let's just take a quick check-in. Ask how we're feeling today. Allow your awareness to go over your ankles, maybe over your calves. Perhaps you're having some of those pesky leg cramps. Put a little micro bend in your knees, and then bring your awareness up over your thighs, into your pelvis and your hips. Bring your awareness to your belly and your growing baby. Up along your low back and your rib cage. Relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. Notice how your palms feel pressing together. Relax any tension you might have in your jaw. I want you to set an intention for today's practice. It can be as simple as why you stepped on your mat today. Something that you can come back to as we begin to hold the postures. Maybe your mind's going to begin to fight the postures. You can come back to your intention. Whatever your intention is today, let's seal that in together with a deep breath through the nose. And then open your lips and sigh it out through the mouth. Allow that to be a very audible sound, like you're fogging up a mirror. Let's take another one just like that. Inhale deep, deep, deep through the nose. Exhale, open the lips and sigh it out. Feeling every part of your body begin to relax. Take one more deep inhale together. And this time, seal the lips, and with that same audible sound, release through the nose. Allow every next breath to be just like that. Slowly begin to open your eyes. As you inhale, sweep your arms up, gaze goes up over your head. And then exhale, left arm drops, right arm goes overhead. Feel a stretch in the right side body. Inhale back through center, gaze goes up. Exhale, take it on the other side. Keep your left foot plugged into the mat. Inhale back through center. Exhale, take it to the left. Finding a little more depth each time. Inhale back through center, reach as tall as you can. And then exhale, take it to the right. We're going to take one more round of these, opening up the side body. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, gaze goes up. Exhale. Take it to the side. Inhale, gaze goes up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Very nice. Go ahead and step your feet out about a little past hip width distance apart, and then pigeon toe your toes in. Gonna bring your hands to your waist, and then just with a flat back forward fold. Relax all the way down. Allow your head to hang heavy and long. You have your blocks out in front of you, so take whatever variation you need. We're looking for a nice stretch in the hamstrings right off the bat. You're gonna inhale, halfway lift with a flat back, finding length in the back and helping the neck to elongate. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe you want to shake your head no here, or yes. You can always widen out your stance or close it up. Wherever you are is perfect. One more breath here. And with your exhale, slowly begin to bend in the left knee. We're going into Skandasana. So this is a pretty big pose right off the bat. You can stay up on the ball of your left foot if you can't get your heel down, or you can roll up a blanket and put it underneath your heel. Just wiggle into whatever variation of Skandasana works for you. This right leg is out and the right foot is flexed. So you can always set on your block as well if it's just way too much. So we're gonna be here for 5 breaths. You can stay very active through the right foot, flexing it forward, engaging through the knee, squeezing the quad. Maybe you want to start off with the block underneath you, and once you get wiggled into position, you can take it out. Wherever you are is perfect. Find your edge, but never cause yourself any pain. So if you feel any sharp pain, then always modify or come out any way that works for you. If you're relaxed into your Skandasana and you want a little more, you can take your elbow and you can press that left knee out, or you can swing your right arm up. So just a couple variations. Take a deep inhale, find length, and then as you exhale, find depth. If you've lifted your arm, bring your hands back to heart center. We're going to rise back up to our forward fold. Exhale, release. Every time we're here, see if you can find a little more depth in the hamstrings. Only here for a minute. Inhale, halfway lift, peek forward. And then exhale, take it on the other side. Bend into the right knee. This is an excellent time to notice in your body where this is feeling good or where this might be uncomfortable. Sometimes it's going to be in the right knee. Every now and then my right knee is very stiff and it doesn't want to bend. One of the staples of an advanced yoga practice is just being mindful, is recognizing what works for you today and what doesn't, and knowing when you need to use props and when it's time to let them go. Bring your hands to heart center and you can press the right knee out. Very good. Flex the left foot. Squeeze through the left thigh to create a little activation in the left leg. So if you're wondering if the left leg is activated, a good way is to think of lifting the kneecap. So you squeeze and you'll feel your kneecap lift, and that's engaging the left leg. Sometimes it's nice to have a nice active stretch. It helps the body release and open rather than just dumping into it. One more breath here. Inhale, rise back up to your forward fold. And then exhale, release, find depth. Take one deep breath here. With your inhale, place your hands on your waist and slowly rise all the way up. Swing your arms up overhead. Exhale, bring them back to heart center. Be mindful if you're feeling dizzy at all, stay right here. You don't want to move too quickly from a bent over position to standing. With your next inhale, sweep your arms out to the side, point your left foot forward, and then deepen the left knee. We're going to take Warrior II. We're here for 5 breaths. So your back foot's parallel with the back part of your mat. You're bent generously in the front knee. Your front knee is stacked over your front ankle. Palms are down. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And breathe here. If this is feeling like a little too much on your pelvic floor, you can always shorten the stance. If you feel okay, I want you to focus on a scissoring action of your legs. So imagine you're trying to wrinkle the mat up underneath you and you squeeze the legs together like you're gonna wrinkle the mat. It's engaging through the legs and it's gonna help you stay in the pose for the full 5 breaths. Can you feel the difference when you engage and squeeze the legs together versus when you dump into the pose? You guys are doing amazing. We have one more breath here. Inhale, and then exhale. Sweep your left arm overhead and straighten through the left leg. You can take your right hand and grab a hold of your left wrist and pull the side body open. This is called, I forgot the name. This is called, oh my gosh, it just went away. Sky Archer. This is called Sky Archer. Hold for one more breath. It's that pregnancy brain got me. It just disappeared. Inhale, gaze goes up. With your exhale, leave your legs the same. Take your left hand down on the outside of your left foot and sweep your right arm up. Now this is a perfect place for a block. If you can't reach all the way down, take the block and place it next to your foot. The thing we're looking for here with triangle pose is to open up through the chest, broaden through the collarbones, stack the shoulders. Your gaze can go up, or if you're feeling like wobbly on your balance, the gaze can go down. Your back foot is parallel with the back of your mat, and you're engaged through the left leg. So you're pulling your left hip back in the socket, and you're rolling open through the chest. You should feel a stretch here in the backside body. This is really what we're looking for, is a stretch back here. So don't feel like you really need to touch your toes or you're not doing it correctly. That's not the case. You can always take your block to the highest setting. As long as you're feeling the stretch in the right side body, you're getting the benefit. You really want to focus on opening up through the chest. We're here for one more breath. Inhale, rise up, 5-pointed star. Gather yourself. Maybe you pigeon toe your feet for a second. And then exhale, turn your right foot out. Right forearm comes to right knee, and you sweep your left arm overhead. Back foot's parallel with the mat. Once again, you have the rolling action of the shoulders open. Your gaze goes up under the left arm. You have a couple variations here. You can stay here. You can put your block on the inside of your right foot. You want to find a little more depth in the hips. And if you don't need the block, you don't have to have it at all. We're here for 5 breaths. If this is hurting your neck, you can always take your gaze down. I want you to be mindful of your right hand, wherever it is. So maybe if your forearm's on your knee, notice how much weight you're putting in the forearm. We don't want to dump into that arm because we're not getting the full benefit of the pose. So try to keep yourself kind of pulled up off the knee. You're reaching and extending through your fingertips. We're here for one more breath. Inhale, straighten through the right leg. Sweep your right arm up, and we're going to take Sky Archer on the other side. See, I remembered it this time. So left hand grabs right wrist and you pull open. It almost feels like you're pulling your ribs apart, creating just a little more space. Our bodies are really needing to create space right now. And stretching out the side body is a huge benefit. Take one more breath here. With your exhale, pop up on the ball of your back foot. Stamp your left hand down on the inside of your right foot. Bend deep in the right knee. Now, if this is enough for you, stay here. If you have the ability, sweep your right arm up and open toward the back of the room. So we're twisting in the upper part of our body, never the lower part where the baby is. We're opening up through the chest, feeling a stretch in the top of our back and our shoulders. We're here for 5 breaths. You have the option for this pose to be a very active pose, building strength. So you can keep your left knee up, engage through the glute, stack the heel of the ball of the back foot, stack the back foot heel over the ball of the back foot. So you're engaging and you're shifting your weight forward with your toes, almost like you're gonna take off running. If this is too much for you, you can place the left knee down. That's perfectly fine. You're still getting the benefit. You're still opening up through the right hip. One more breath. Exhale, release the left knee down on the mat. Sweep both arms up and go into low lunge. This is gonna be yogi's choice. You can sweep your arms up, or you can interlace your fingers and place them on the knee, and then press the knee away, straightening through the arms. So you're creating space and extension, trying to press your chest as far as you can away from your right knee. Breathe here. This is gonna be a nice opening action in the left hip flexors. Sometimes I've noticed, maybe it's the round ligaments, I'm not sure, it just gets kind of sticky down there. So if you feel any pain or discomfort, pull yourself up out of the pose. You have the option to stack your right knee over your right ankle, or you can allow the knee to jut forward over the right ankle. It's whatever works for you, whatever feels best in your body. One more breath here. With your inhale, curl your toes under and rise up for crescent lunge. Nice, big, powerful pose. We're here for 5 breaths. Stack the heel over the ball of your back foot. So you're pressing yourself forward like you're running. Your shoulders are stacked over your hips, palms facing one another, bent deep in the right knee. This is one of those power poses where it's not crazy difficult, but it will quickly build heat in your body. It's a very foundational pose of yoga. One more breath. Find your edge. Don't go too far, but just far enough. With your next inhale, slowly move all the way to your front of the mat. Right foot comes to meet left, hands are at heart center, gaze is forward. Samasthita. Now go ahead and take your feet out about hip width distance. Inhale, sweep your arms up, and then with your exhale, lengthen and fold. This is a good time to grab your block. Even if you can bend all the way over, go ahead and use your block today and extend through the upper back. So this is just a nice motion. Instead of dumping all the way down, even if you can get your feet to the floor, go ahead and try to just extend and lengthen through the back, shine the heart, and broaden through the collarbones. With your next inhale, take a generous bend in your right knee and sweep your left arm up. So you're opening up toward the back of the room. Just like before, we're opening through the chest and the upper back, never putting any pressure on the low belly. If you're further along in your pregnancy and this doesn't feel good for you, just stay where you are. We're not here for long. If you're looking for more, you can wind the left arm behind the back and grab the inside of the right thigh. Depends on your flexibility. Exhale to release. Let's take it on the other side. Then deepen the left knee and open to the right side body. Gaze goes up. Take the right arm back and grab the inside of the left thigh. If you did it on the other side, try to take it on this side. We always like to stay nice and even. One more deep inhale here. Exhale to release. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, plant your hands, step back into a high plank position. As you exhale, place your knees on the mat and lower for a little push-up. And then inhale whatever version of upward facing dog you want. Roll your feet forward, whatever's comfortable in your body. And then exhale, curl your toes under and press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. This is our first down dog of the day. So enjoy it. Pedal your feet out. Come back to breath if you lost your breath. Take any variation that works for you. With your next inhale, walk or step to the front of your mat. Halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, lengthen and fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up, gaze goes up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. With your next inhale, step out, 5-pointed star. Exhale, point your right foot out and bend deep in the right knee for Warrior II. We're here for 5 breaths. You've been here before. Focus on drawing your navel in. Look down and see if you can see your big toe. So the tendency in Warrior II is for the right knee to cave in. We want to very actively open the hips. So when you look down, you want to see that right big toe. Keep scissoring those legs together. Staying very active. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Engaging through the core. We're here for one more breath. Inhale, straighten through the right leg. Sweep your right arm overhead. Sky Archer. Option here is to take the left hand on the right wrist and pull it open, or you can leave your left hand down. Just make sure that you're not putting too much weight on the joint of this left knee. So you can place your hand on your hip if that supports you more, or if you're more flexible, below the knee, but just never right on the knee joint. One more breath. Exhale, release, triangle pose. Whatever variation works for your body today. Remember to stay very active in the right leg, drawing the hip back into the socket. Rolling the shoulders up and open. So you almost feel like you're trying to shine your chest to the ceiling. That's how much you're trying to open up. Open and stack. One more breath. A big inhale, rise up. 5-pointed star, heel toe and reset your feet. Inhale, taking the left leg out. Sweep your right arm overhead, extended side angle. Whatever variation works for you. I'm going to go ahead and place my hand down on the mat to get a little more space. Keep rolling the shoulders on top of each other. Gaze goes up under the right arm. As you're reaching and extending through the right arm, you have your arm twisted, so your pinky finger is facing towards the floor. And that really helps you get the reach and extension through the right side body. Almost done here. One more breath. Inhale, straighten through the left leg and sweep your left arm overhead. Feels so nice to unwind. Take a deep inhale. Each time you reach through Sky Archer, feel yourself expand just a little bit more, creating a little bit more space. One more breath. With your exhale, you're going to pop up on the ball of the right toe, stamp your right hand down, and open for dragonfly twist. Remember, you don't have to open here if it's not comfortable in your body. I'm going to take a block under my right hand and open toward the back wall. Stay active through this right hand. So if you notice, you have the option, you can collapse into it, but that's not what we're really looking for. We're staying active, pressing the mat away, engaging through the shoulder, engaging through the right glute, and opening through the chest. This is an excellent pose to open your hips as well as build strength. With your next inhale, lower your right knee down and sweep your arms up for low lunge. Whatever variation you took last time, you can take this time. I'm going to interlace my fingers over my left knee because that feels good in my body. Press the knee away. Now you may notice one hip flexor is a little more open than the other one. This one feels just a little more tight. So if you feel any pinching or tightness, just back off. No reason to press into it. Sometimes it also helps if you just kind of rock into it and out, kind of asking the body to open up. Try not to dump too much into the joints. Your next inhale, curl your right toes under and sweep your arms up and stand for crescent lunge. So crescent lunge is basically like low lunge, but you have your right knee lifted. It's more of a power pose. Lengthen up through your fingertips, gaze goes up. Engaging through the core, stacking the shoulders over the hips. Bend deep in the left knee. Stay with your Ujjayi breath. Nice, strong, powerful legs. With your next inhale, sweep your legs forward. This time we're going to come to the back of our mat. Left foot comes to meet right, hands to heart center. Whew, that was tough. Inhale, sweep your arms up. With your exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Spread your feet about hip width distance, toes pointing out. And let's go all the way down into Buddha squat. Ooh. See if you can wiggle yourself down. Option for Buddha is you can sit on a block, or you can put rolled up blankets under your heels if you're having trouble with the flexibility in your heels. Bring your hands to heart center and then use your elbows to press the knees away. We're here for 5 breaths. Give your chin a slight little tuck to lengthen out through your spine. Try to sit up as nice and tall as you can. So if you find yourself where you're extremely rolled over in Buddha squat, it's time for a prop. So go ahead and sit on a block or roll up the blanket to go underneath your heels because you want to have the ability to rest back and lengthen through the back. I want this pose to be very comfortable for you so that we can slowly ask the hips to open. You can rock back and forth if that's comfortable. Actively press the elbows into the knees to open up. Just here for a couple more breaths. With your next inhale, sweep your arms up and rise all the way up. Let's step out to our mat and slowly set all the way down. Oh, let's come to a seated position. And move your blocks out of the way. Let's set with our legs out in seated forward fold. Now, you don't have to come to an uncomfortable position in seated forward fold. You can just come to a position that is about 75% of what you can do. And then I want you to think of your pelvis like a bowl. So as if I'm holding a bowl full of water, I want you to tilt your pelvis forward like this, as if you're gonna dump the water out. So you notice the difference when you shift your pelvis forward. You can feel a little stretch without even doing anything else, just shifting the pelvis forward. Stand up nice and tall, lengthen through the back. And then with that tilted pelvis, walk your hands forward to whatever is comfortable for you. You can grab your bolster, you can grab a couple of blocks, whatever you need to feel comfortable. We're gonna be here for 10 breaths. Take this time to come back to your intention, whatever that might have been. Sometimes in difficult poses, our mind begins to go crazy. We want to get out of it, or we think of all the things that we need to do, so we should just get up and leave. Allow those thoughts to come in and then to just simply float away. Bring yourself back to your intention. Why did you step on your mat today? Perhaps you can walk out a little bit further. If your hips are starting to feel more open. One more breath. Slowly begin to walk yourself back up. Be gentle with your body and with your hips. Maybe you want to take your hands and pull the legs back together. Let's come to Baddha Konasana just very quickly. So place the soles of your feet together. You can draw the heels into your groin for more, or you can leave them further out for less tension. Just pedal your little butterfly wings. We used to call this the butterfly. So wiggle those out just a little bit to find mobility in the hips. We were in quite a static stretch there for a second. Okay. Now, if you're comfortable laying on your back, go ahead and do so. If you have the bolster or couch cushion, place it like so with a block underneath it. We're going to take Shavasana. just a quick little rest. Give yourself 1 minute to relax and appreciate your practice. Lay all the way down on your back, palms facing up. Allow your eyes to close. Slowly allow your eyes to flutter open and come to a seated position on the mat. Bring your hands to heart center. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed today's workout, and I hope you're feeling more open and strong in your body, and I also hope you found a little more confidence in the basic yoga poses.